Hey dudes, Mr. Wickwheel, bringing you another video. This time it's for Anthropomantic's Fiend's the Gothic horror tag. I was tagged by the trash stash on his video. Check both of them channels out. I'll give the descriptions underneath. Check the original creator himself. He's got an awesome channel, nice guy as well. Same as the trash stash. He does all sorts of film related stuff, and something if you're really into my sort of stuff, you'll be into both of theirs as well, definitely. So both go and check them out. Anyway, there were 8 questions, all to do with Gothic horror. The first one, this is could be a question, you know, depending on who you ask, and you know, and how they see Gothic horror. And it's what defines horror film or a story as Gothic in your eyes? Always, to me, it's always been like the darkness of the film, feels, and it can be done on a sort of a really horror sort of side, or romantic sort of side. You know, it has all its forms of how it's portraying its, you know, Gothic romance, Gothic horror. It all stems from the same thing. And also, always, if you see films and read books, when they describe the scene, it's always to do with structure, and you know, art, and I can say churches and castles. You know, the way they're described in Gothic novels as well. Especially if you go into the early ones, art, you know, books and plus artwork, especially artwork from like 300-400 years ago. The way they portray Gothic art is always structure, you know, cathedrals, and you know, that sort of look. And like I said, the production and location is always important with these sort of styles of films. And again, with the books, you know, they describe the locations. You know, it's so that's how I see it in my eyes. You know, how it should be seen in my, you know, how I portray it in the way I see it. It is a quite hard one, you know. It's because there's lots of interpretations of people, what people think Gothic is, and you know, probably like 8 times out of 10, you know, a lot of people have the same. I've come across have the same sort of opinion, but they all seem to go for vampires straight away, and it's not always about vampires and Dracula. And you know, that's the first thing a lot of people say to me. The first thing, oh, it's all to do with Dracula. And I think, no, it's not always to do with that. You know, it's just, you know, a character in that scene, in that surrounding. So yeah, so if I waffled on about a bit too much about that, I hopefully you know what I'm trying to say and get out. It's really very, you know, like I said, it's very opinionated and what people, how people see it. If I was forced to pick one, what would you say is my favourite Gothic horror film? I've always, you know, you've got your Nosferatu, Dracula, but I've always loved, especially in the 90s when I was shown this film by my uncle, and that's Black Sunday. You know, what I was describing about how a film looks, and especially, I mean, black and white films and black and white Gothic films always seem to be more genuine. They've got that feel about them, you know, how it should. And it's very hard, you know. You can do it in colour, obviously, with certain colours, and it's been done, as we know, and been done very well. But if you look at the old ones, you know, the way they know about what I was saying about location and atmosphere, and setting aside the horror and the romantic feel of Gothic horror. So that's always stick to my mind. Black Sunday's always been one which always sort of stuck with me. It's changed, would I say it's my... If I was forced, like I've been forced to do this, so I would say Black Sunday, because it's always been one that's always been a favourite of mine. I mean, you've got the other ones which I won't say because everybody knows who they are, what they are. What is your favourite film adaptation or piece of Gothic literature? Do you think it does? I'm probably going to go with a lot of people's. Oh, sorry. Let me just show you something. I apologise for this, guys. That's the Black Sunday. I want to show you this. And obviously, it's going to be the same as most people's answers, I think, coming up. And again, it's just everything about that. I mean, you put the book to this film, the way he described, Bram Stoker describes it and things like that, and what you see in this. And yeah, this is the unofficial sort of first film of the book, which was, what we all know, this film was done without the permission of Bram Stoker's family and so on, so we know. But I always go back to this. There is there is another book I'm going to mention later on, probably, which is between these sort of two, which are the first sort of Gothic books I've read. But I will go for my third answer. I would go for this one. It's got to be Dracula. What is your favourite original Gothic horror film? One that is not based on a book. Suspiria. It's gonna be one. It's always, it's always been one that's always been a favourite of mine, of Gothic films and things like that. And I wasn't going to try and repeat myself on these answers, because otherwise that would have been my answer to my second one. But mix up. You've got to mix it up, because there are films out there which alright, it's the original one as well, sorry, and that's still book to it. Yeah, I mean, this is a really good tag, because it actually makes you think. You try not to repeat yourself too much, because a lot of the answers could be very similar or the same. Do you know what I mean? What is your favourite monster in a horror film? I want to go for this one, the vampire in this one. It's different, and it's one doesn't get really spoke about too. I mean, it does get spoken about in sort of in being one of the first sort of talkies and things like that. And I don't know, I just love the way this is filmed as well. It's always, one of them ones early sort of like I was going back to black and white Gothic horror. They have a way of doing it right, and I think it's the way the camera work, and the way the cameras were back then, and the way it was filmed, it's so easily more better done. And this one, it is a good film. This is a really good film. And there's obviously you've got your Frankensteins and your Draculas and things like that, which are monsters, aren't they? So next one is your favourite Gothic horror film without monsters. It has to be this one, The Spiral Staircase. I guess this is what you meant by that question. You know, without a monster, this is more like human psyche type, you know, psychological inside someone's mind. And this is really, really fucked up, this film, for the time it was made. And, you know, it's PG rating, but that doesn't mean anything, especially when you've got films like this, which, you know, just really, really creepy. And just the atmosphere of the film is very, like, nice. And, you know, I'm trying to find the words. It's basically what you know, Gothic horror is without monsters to me. You know, one of the ones I think of. And, you know, you've got later ones as well, which I've seen come up as well. But I was trying to think of one of the earlier ones as well. One of my favourite, one of the early ones I've seen. And this one, I only came across it like 3-4 years ago as well. So, number 7, favourite Gothic horror movie soundtrack. The Wicker Man. For me, it's The Wicker Man from 1973, being my favourite horror film as well. Done by Paul Giovanni and Magnet. And this is what I'm saying. It's not all about, you know, really creepy. Well, the film is creepy, and the music to go with it is creepy, because it comes across all folk and joy and happy, and, you know, you think it's going to be a happy film. But, you know, towards, you know, there's something else and then you find there's something else going on, and it totally takes it to another sort of, you know, aspect of the film. And so that will be mine soundtrack. You know, a lot of people won't see it as probably as Gothic horror sort of type stuff, but from what I've read and understand and seen, it can definitely qualify as that easily. Number 8. What is your favourite Gothic horror story in form of another film? This can be in form of book, music, video game. One of the very first Gothic novels I have read was a 1764 novel called The Castle Otranto by Horace Walpole. And this, basically, this is what they say started that old Gothic horror novel rage. You know, from then on, everybody seemed to want to base their, you know, get a Gothic horror story as popular and as creepy and as well written as Horace Walpole done back then. And definitely, if you've not read the book, it's definitely one to read. I've not got it in hand. I haven't got a copy no more. I did have a copy, but it was sort of damaged and wrecked in a move when I last moved, along with a load of other books. But soon I saw him say that question, I was thinking of that straight away. Because obviously, yeah, you've got your other ones, which I'm not going to mention because loads of people are going to be mentioning them anyway. But if you want something original, different, and, you know, totally what you see in more later Gothic horror films, check that one out. So yeah, hopefully you like my answers. And yeah, it's been, because it's made me think, because I like the subject so much. It's making me think more about what my answers are going to be. So I'm doing this sort of as it is sort of thing. So yeah, for this, everyone's tagged. Everyone who watches the video is tagged. Let me know what you've. Let me know when you you've done a video. I'd like to see it. Let me know what you think of my answers. Again, please check out that Anthropomantic's Fiend's YouTube, along with Trash Stash as well. I'll both put the links to the channel in the bottom. But like always, dudes, comment, share and subscribe. Later, dudes.